All right, everybody, welcome to day 4, which is creating a profit strategy. Sounds a little scary as a middle schooler, but it's actually not too bad. So what we're going to do is kind of figure out how we're going to make money off of the surf shop, okay? So it says we're going to answer the following questions before setting the retail price for your stock. Now, you may have heard of things called wholesale price and then what we call retail price. Wholesale price and then retail price. Now, wholesale price is what you as a vendor, like a shop owner, is going to get it for. So let's say that you're getting a surfboard and you're getting it about $100 a board, right? I want to tell you right now that's very, very cheap for a board. But you want to go and sell it significantly higher so you can make some money. So you may sell it for $500, which actually is still pretty cheap. So this is what you pay, this is what your customers are going to pay, and that's how you make your money. You don't want to sell it for what you got because then you're going to be broke. You're not going to make any money at your shop. Now, number 1 says, how will you make a profit off of the items sold in your shop? Well, basically that's what you're going to say here. You're going to say that you're going to buy your boards and items at a lower price, and you're going to sell it for, well, maybe you want to stay consistent. Let's say that you get a board for $100, and you want to double the price by multiplying by 2, and you're going to sell it for $200. I'm going to tell you right now that's still a very cheap price for a brand new surfboard. But let's say that you're using $100 and you want to sell it for 7 times that amount. That's $700, which is about the average price of a surfboard. Okay. Now, how will you decide what a fair price is for each item? Well, this is where you may want to do some research, or you can go online. You may not be familiar what a fish surfboard is, or a longboard, or things like that. Now, I have a longboard. I did get mine used, but brand new, a longboard, because it's a little bit more material and larger, the average price is about $1,200, all right? They're like the more expensive boards. However, if I go into a surf shop and I see a brand new board for like $2,000, $2,500, I'm probably not going to stick around too long because that means that the boards are overpriced. So you want to make sure that it's fair, and this is where the research is going to come into play, okay? 3, how much profit will you need to make in order to pay off your loan, including the interest of the loan? Now, what I want to do here is not worry about so much the entire loan, but we want to look at the monthly cost of the loan and also consider the rent each month, all right? Because we want to make sure that we're able to make the minimum payment of our monthly loan costs, which we did yesterday or the day before, and then also what the rent is for our shop. All right, most people don't own their own shops; they usually rent a space. All right, so you want to keep those into consideration, but you also want to make some money. This is like going to be your living, so you want to have like some money left over to bring home, so you can live. You want to be able to eat and all that stuff. So these are the things you want to take into consideration. And as usual, we will be able to help you out from person to person. And then the next part is where we have our price sheet. So this is where, you want to stay very organized if you were in the future to open up a shop or a restaurant or something like that. So this is where we actually want to write each item and list what we're going to pay for it versus what the cost would be for our customers. So let's go back and use that fish surfboard. All right. So the wholesale price is what we're going to pay. So let's say that we're going to stick with the $100. Okay. This is something that we may need to make up and keep it consistent. All right. But through research, let's say that we went online, fish surfboard is a little bit smaller of a board. All right. And it's more of a specialized type of board. But let's say we're going to sell it for $600. Okay. And then let's say that we have wax. You definitely want to have wax, the accessories in your shop, because if someone's just starting out, they want to get everything right there in your shop. Okay. I know that was how the case was. All right, and then on this page is where we're actually going to list our items. All right, we're going to see how we're going to make a profit. So let's say that we're going to go with that fish surfboard. And once again, we bought it for $100. So in the wholesale column is what we're paying as a vendor, like as a shop owner. But through research, and this is something you can do online, let's say that, it is a specialized board we're going to sell it for $500. Okay. And then in our shop, we have wax. We should have wax, accessories, leashes, and things like that. Because if you get a first-time surfer in there, they're going to get all their stuff in one spot. All right, so you can make some money there. let's say that we get the wax for 50 cents a bar, okay? We're going to turn around and sell it for $2.50, okay? And then to find out our profit here, we're simply going to take the retail price of what we're selling it for and the wholesale price and subtract it. So we're going to make $400 off each board. Here, we're going to make $2 off each bar of wax sold. All right, so it's basically an equation like this. What they're going to pay versus what we paid and how much money we're going to walk away with right here. Okay? There are 2 pages of this because it's a significant amount of items that you should have in there. You know, you don't want your shop to be kind of, barren with not a lot of things to sell. So this is something that we can help you out with. There is some research that you may have to do, but it should be kind of fun to see how much money you're going to make.